Alright, so I think we must be live. Actually, just give me 1 second. Just make sure everything's not tangled up here. Right, hopefully it's a-okay. G'day, guys and girls. Welcome back to the PlayStation Pacific Series on Race Spec Esports YouTube channel. It's Tuesday night, which means it is, of course, the Regional Leagues night. I've mentioned it already. I'm going to be very rusty here back in the commentary box, considering it's been one heck of a long time since I've been in the comp box. Let's be honest. And we're here for the Go Workplace Training Players Pacific Series Tier 3. We're here for round number 10 here at the United States Grand Prix. Is your host, VSR Roscoe. I'm in the hosting chair. Back again. It's been a fair while between drinks. I think the last time I tried doing this was back at Bahrain, and well, let's just say things did not go to plan like I thought it would do. I think my internet possibly was an issue or something else along those lines. But just bear in mind, of course, this is my first time trialing out OBS Studios. So I've already mentioned it already in the comments section if you are watching this. So yeah, I'm going to be very, very rusty here tonight. So just bear with me, and hopefully the stream is going to bear with you as well. Hopefully it actually lasts more than, well, last time, let's be honest, back at Bahrain. That we're here for round 10. Unfortunately, I was not here last week for the Chinese Grand Prix, because I was actually away up in Sydney at that time, and I didn't get back till, actually I left on Tuesday morning, so I didn't get back anyway. But anyway, if you are watching, let us know. Subscribe to the to the Race Spec Esports channel if you haven't already. Also, if you want to follow the social media channels, the links are down in the description below, hopefully. If you want to come join the league, there is a link, hopefully, to the Discord channel as well, so go check that out as well. We're back on the Pacific, like I mentioned, back on the Pacific side with Tier 3, not Series 3. It's Season 4 overall. Thank you, Smeg, for giving me the weather forecast. Usually I've been doing that to him, but he's doing this to me. So, dry quality overcast race. So, no rain, unfortunately. So, but that doesn't matter. We should hopefully keep ourselves entertained here. Now, of course, some points of the stream may lag a little bit, and probably has something to do with my OBS studio as well. So, hopefully everything is a-okay. Like I said, if you're watching, please do let me know down in the comment section, in the live chat, I should say, whether, what do you reckon? The gaming audio sounds okay? Is my voice, is it too loud? Should I make myself a little bit louder? Probably, I don't think I need to get any more louder than what I usually do anyway, but, we only got, so anyway, let's get into the qualifying session. We've only had, 7 minutes almost up of the quality session so far. We only got 12 runners here tonight. Probably a little bit dour. Don't know what it is with the lower tiers. Especially, well, you probably were well aware the RS3 League has had a few lackluster numbers. So, yeah, don't know what it is with the lower tiers. But anyway, we only have the 12 runners. Definitely, I know 3 guys that were definitely put the reasoning in the absence channel, but anybody else that's not racing, of course, be probably very disappointed in, well, I am very disappointed with some of you guys anyway. At least tell us when you'll, oh god, I'm all over the shop here. But at least tell us if you're not going to race or not, compared to, yeah, compared to just not telling us and then, oh yeah, I forgot about it or something. Just at least say something afterwards, basically, anyway. But, there's almost 10 minutes left of the qualifying session. Cool Kyogi, I recognise your name from the Xbox side. Everything's perfect, stream is smooth, voice isn't too loud. Perfect. Hopefully the stream lasts longer anyway, but I got to back up just in case. I am streaming and recording, so just in case the stream does bugger itself up, we are going to have the recording side of things. Anyway, I might have to possibly upload it potentially a little bit later on. But anyway, you can see there's only runners that have set their lap times currently at the moment. We've got Metz leading the way there in the Alfa Romeo, 31.026. Smeg in second spot on a 31.253. MJJ has just upped himself into third, 31.322. And Artie Cheng's there in fourth. Ash in P5. P6 is Lajado. Tia Lunacy, of course, is seventh. Power Sight, I think that's supposed to say. I could be wrong, but he's in eighth. Pump Mastif, who is in ninth at the moment, the slowest lap time currently, with Schooner Matata and Johnny not setting lap times currently at the moment. And WA Huddens, I have noticed, must have crashed coming out of the pit lane, because I saw his car. I was just watching on board just before I started, or actually came from the cutscene, I should say. I've got to get used to this sort of stuff, don't I? But I was watching on board with Lajado, just coming out of the pit lane. I saw a left front missing off WA Hutton's car, to say the least. So probably an embarrassing moment, to say the least. Thank God you never saw that on camera, WA Hutton's, but it would have been very awkward. But let's jump aboard here. Let's go for a lap of Circuit of the Americas here at Austin, Texas. Fly through this left-right S section here, you could call it, I suppose. Through turn 7, I think we're up to. Now through to turn 8. Don't cut this corner very nicely. Don't run it out too wide out of turn 9. Fly down to turn 10. And do turn 11, which is a tricky one, because everyone can get their braking markers mixed up a little bit. Me included, obviously. But now onto one of the... I think this is actually the longest straight here on Austin, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Open up DRS, breaking about 50-meter board. Spot Mastiff now goes to the top of 30.9. So Johnny taking nice and cautiously through here into turn 13. This is a sort of a tricky little section here. Now to turn 15. You have to take a nice tight line through there as best you can. Now through this long flowing right-hander where, remember a couple of years ago, Max Verstappen got caught out for pretty much cutting off the track, and he literally did cut off the track. Now through that was 19, then to the final corner here. Oh, just runs it out wide, and he just invalidates as well. Oh, that's just what you need, isn't it? 31. What would he have done? Let me actually just double check for a second. Where is he? Johnny. 31.174. So he would have been, actually put him in P3 here, I reckon. So he would have been up there, thereabouts. So just ran it out too wide and invalidated his lap time. He's had a few pole positions, I think, this season. Well, definitely one when I did the first race back in Australia. That was 3 rounds ago. Who else we got here on a fly lap? Scooter Matata. I think he was up there with one of the championship rivals. I think he slipped back a little bit. In the championship standings, which I'll obviously have to tell you guys because I haven't had enough time to get used to sort of having the images on your screen for the tables. So that probably will have to wait another, 2 weeks actually, because this will be the last race before another week break, which is coming up next week. I think it's majority to do with the Anzac Day weekend for the Aussies and New Zealanders mainly. So Mets sets a 30.697. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get that rectified and hopefully you can be able to see who's where in the championship standings, constructors and whatnot, sort of thing. So just bear in mind, it'll probably take a little bit of time, but hopefully you're enjoying that Go Workplace Training logo that I've put down there in the bottom left corner here. Of course, they've come on board, like I mentioned, many rounds ago, actually. I think it was about the same time as the Sakir, Bahrain, whatever you want to call it. I have mentioned it before, why we had to call it Sakir, because of real-life stuff. So, yeah, but they've come aboard for pretty much the remainder of Season 4 and the majority of Season 5, I think, from memory. Johnny again looks like he's about to set another flyer. Who's nearest the line here? We've got Smeggy here. That's one of the great commentators. He'll be doing Tier 1 in about now 15. Oh, wow. And he's just crushed across the line there, does Smeggy. Well, that would have been an awkward moment there as well. That would have been good viewership there for yourselves, everybody. Scooter Batata had to take avoiding action as well. He's at 33.09, I believe. Well, that is certainly not what Smeg had in mind, I don't think. I think he just lost the back end here. This is why we need replay cameras in the next game. Hopefully, it gets fixed in the next game. But this is why we need replay cameras so you can actually see what's going on. As Lunacy now to the top with a 30.557. Johnny puts himself into fourth at a 31.241. So just slightly slower a little bit compared to his what would have been his quickest run. Had he not invalidated coming out of the final corner here. So we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the qualifying session here. So let us know, let me know down in the live chat. Who do you reckon will get pole position here for the United States Grand Prix? Is Lunacy going to hang on for the time being? Will someone like Johnny potentially put himself in the mix there? Anybody else could potentially play a factor in this. So we think everybody would not be too far away from leaving the garages. They'll be probably waiting till literally last minute. You don't want to wait too long, otherwise you absolutely bugger up your you bugger up your timings basically, and you won't be able to set another lap time. As I think Scooter Matata just improved a little bit. He does to a 32.555. That was a weird sounding noise there coming off the front wing. Lunacy, I'd come in, mate, if I were you. Do not set another lap on those tyres, I'll say that. We'll get into potential strategies later when we get to qualifying. No, not qualifying, the race. Jeez, you can tell I'm a mess, can't you? Because I haven't done commentary in ages. Hello, KD, in the chat. You say no, Smeggy, and the sad face. Yep, absolutely. That was... I think what he said in the party chat, so I dare say it wouldn't have been nice. He might mention it actually in Tier 1. We'll wait and see. The Pump Stiff looks like... Oh, I'll take that back, actually. I thought he was going to be the first runner, but no, I'll take that back. Not sure if it's Scooter Matata is going to be sending another lap or not, or whether he wants to start outside the top 10 and start on whatever tyres he wants. Back to this again. Don't know why this always happens. I think the stream might be playing up a little bit. Please last, please last. That's all I'm asking. Please last. Like I said, we might have a few niggling issues along the way, which is nothing new with me. And considering as well, I only had my internet fixed recently, so... this might take a while, this might go for a while. I might have to re-upload this stream potentially later on, so we'll wait and see. Just wanted to get through a race. Is that hard to do? We'll carry on as best we can anyway, so... Again, I apologise. This is the best I'm doing, so have to make do for the time being. Just bear with me. So here we go with, I think Artie Cheng's going to set the first flying run here. The last flying run, I should say. Crosses the line. Does not improve. Only just misses out there in the end. Pup Mastiff doesn't improve either. Gets the fastest final sector. I think Ash has come into the lane. Who's that? Lahardo in P9. Jumps to 7th. The 31.454. I think that McLaren of Power Sight's in the pit lane. So just wait on MJ. He jumps to 4th, does MJ. 30.915. And I think that'll be qualifying done and dusted. So we'll just wait for for Ash and Powerside to retire from the qualifying session. Otherwise, we'll be waiting the whole minute 20. Oh, there we go. So, there you go. There's the pole sitter. Lunacy comes, obviously, and takes pole position. I can't actually remember what number pole this is for him, but, well, on stream-wise, it's his first pole. It takes it by 0.14 of a second over Metz there in the Alfa Romeo in a position 2. Pump Mastiff there in P3. Just got elevated, actually, to full-time in the Mercedes in P3 there, 30.909. Just ahead of MJJ in 4, 30.915. Johnny in P5, 31.241. And Smeg in 6, so didn't do too badly out of all that after his little crash. Lahardo in 7th. Artie Cheng's in 8th. Ash in 9th. Power Sight rounds out your top 10. And outside is Escuda Matata and WA Huddens. While we wait, I'll just take a quick drink. Just let me find the right scene. There we go. Alright, we're back. Had my little top up of a drink, and we're back here on the formation lap. So no surprises overall. Top 10 obviously start on the soft compounded tyres. Outside the 10, obviously Scooter Matata and WA Huddens are starting on the medium compounded tyres. Now, cross strategy around here would be... It's either softs to hards or softs to mediums. I have known to be that both could work. Even two-stop may potentially work as well, so... just stand by. I'm just trying to find the standings very quickly before we get going. Like I said, hopefully I'll get a chance to fix this. And again, apologies with the little bits of lag along the way. I'm still learning a little bit with streaming wise, so it might take a little bit of time for me to get used to this, but hopefully it's okay for the time being. So, championship-wise, is Smeg still currently leading the way by only 3 points over Chuposaurus Rex, who, of course, not racing tonight. He was one of the ones that could not race. So, Smeg might have an opportunity to extend his championship lead. Schooner Batata there in third, and on 112 points, so he's 20 points behind Smeg. Then Lunacy in fourth, Artie Cheng's in fifth, Suscars in sixth, who's not here. TCF Old Boy, who's not here either, in seventh, Pup Steve in eighth, Ash in ninth, and Stick Ran's at your 10. And then we'll probably not go further back a little bit. So Renault currently leading constructor standings on 220 points. Just slightly ahead of Racing Point on 187 there. Then Williams on 170, so they're closing in very slowly on Racing Point. AlphaTauri and Haas equal a fourth there on 121. Alfa Romeo on 80 points, Ferrari on 79, Red Bull 70, Mercedes 69 in ninth, and McLaren on 67. So still pretty close overall in the championship standings here. So I think everybody is lined up. This is a great camera angle, Cody's. Give me something. As Metz has left the session already, so this is a great start. 5 red lights here at the United States. Away we go! Here at Austin, Texas, we might have to send an invite very shortly here, but we'll watch this very closely. Lunacy will take it comfortably down into turn 1. Oh, someone went very wide there. It was one of the Ferraris there. Went very wide there into turn 1. But it's Lunacy that still leads the way over Metz, whose car's still hanging on there in position 2. Then Pup Mystique in third. MJJ in fourth. Smeg's up into fifth now. Through the S section we go. I think everybody's got through cleanly. Ash goes for a move there on Scooter Batata. Pump Steve has now finally got past the ghost car of Metz. I don't even know if I've got him on my thing or not, on my friends list, so you have to bear with me. I might have to... Oh, no, he might have rejoined, actually. So that's very, very lucky there for him. But Ash there in position 9, and Scooter Batata, the first on the medium compound runners, in position 10. So MJ's got past the Alfa Romeo. This will be very awkward if... Oh, he just rejoined right about now, I think, as Smeg just got by him. I think from memory. Oh, no, might not be yet, so might have just got away with that, Smeg. That would have been awkward. So we'll wait and see how that pans out. So still Lunacy leading the way. So comes through the flying right-handers here. So I think... Metz is now rejoined here. Might be lagging a little bit as well. Although saying that, so might I. So that might explain a lot, and why the stream's not out all over the shop as always. But Lunacy leads. It's the fastest lap of the race, 35.511. Had a Pup Mystique there. Good start from him in second spot. And MJJ third. Why is Pup Mystique ghosting all of a sudden? That's very weird. Smeg there in fourth, championship leader. Then it's Metz in fifth. Artie Cheng's in sixth in the AlphaTauri. Johnny there in seventh. Lijardo in eighth. Ash ninth. And Power Sight runs at your 10. Schooner Matata there in 11th. He's dropped back. He was in the top 10, but he's now dropped behind. Oh, there's a bit of a battle going on here. Ash and Lijardo. This is for 8th spot. See if he can get the move down here. Can Ash? Yes, he can. It's a good shot, isn't it, there? Schooner Batata trying to hang on to the other Ferrari of W.A. Hutton's, which he does. So trying to see where there's a good vantage point here. This Racing Point and the Ferrari going side by side here. A bit close for comfort there between these two. So Schooner Batata is now getting past Power Sight as well in the McLaren. So he gets up in the 10th spot. Meanwhile, up the front here, not too much is happening here. Everyone's just sort of spacing out a little bit. Now, it will be interesting to see here who is actually going to do what here, strategy-wise. Whether most people do 2 stops or 1 stop. Which compounder tyres would he use? Well, if it's a 2 stop, you know it's definitely the quicker compounder tyres. But if it's a 1 stop, you'll be seeing a lot of these guys might stretch out their compounder tyres on the softs. Well, it depends on what strategy you go on anyway. But you start lap 3 now. Surprised, actually, the glitch didn't happen here. So it might be just one of the rare tracks we'd have no glitch. Shock horror. But 0.9 of a second here. So just starting to pull away a little bit is Lunacy. Although saying that, Papa Steve just, you know, it's clawing. It's toing, throwing a little bit in between these two. Might be differing setups. to cater for this sort of stuff. WA Hardens there, picked up the first time penalty of the race. Oh, he's in the wall! So I say that. And somehow I think he's gotten away without any front wing damage. How has he done that? Meanwhile, back up the front here. Again, I apologise for the few little moments throughout the stream. It's just sort of out of my hands here, really. I'll have to rectify this a little bit in the sort of the lead up to maybe Sunday. 0.5 of a second now between these guys. Between Lunacy and Pump Mystique. It's actually very, very close here between the Mercedes and the Renault driver here, so it might be a change for the lead here very shortly. And indeed, into turn one we go. Up the inside as Lunacy does the switchback, and he gets it done. Only just, though. Oh, don't go side by side through here, lads. So the battle for the lead is on here. I don't want to fight too much here because 1.8 seconds away is MJJ. And Smeg's in there as well, so is Metz. Oh, Lunacy. Where's Lunacy? I saw Lunacy go round. I did see the Lunacy go round. What's happened here? Has he done this all by himself? Was there contact? I'm not sure what's happened here to Lunacy, but oh, his tyres are all over the shop. They would be. After going for a spin, the tyres would be absolutely screaming. You know, MJJ and Smeg are battling for second spot now. The world's open up now for Pump Mystique, who's going to pull away here. 1.7 second gap between these guys, so they're pretty much the next three battle here. Through turn the fast right-hander here. We begin lap 4. Oh, MJ picks up a 3-second time penalty as well, so that's critical. One of the leading contenders. So Smeg will probably have noticed that one. You obviously want to win the race on track, obviously, but the other car's probably got a little bit too much pace. Then there's opportunity there to just maybe keep in the window. Oh, that's a big error there. That's a big error. As I say, that's Smeg gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's a big lag spike there for Metz behind. Let's see what Metz can do here. Does he have a little look here? There's a little lock up there. Oh, quite a bit actually. He went very wide. Quite a bit of lag here for Metz, I think. So as he gets past Smeg, that's for position. He's lagging all over the shop here. So to think about it, I think it's Smeg, but no can do there. I'll try and bang onto this, but oh, my word, that's a big lag spike there. Yeah, Metz is lagging quite a bit here. Smeg will want to be careful here. You don't want to get caught up with a bit of with a lag car and get caught up with a bit of front wing damage. Oh yes, he's red Xing quite a bit there. So it's not looking too flash. WA Hutton's another 3-second time penalty, so that puts him to 6. He's a little bit off the pace at the moment, just behind Lunacy, at 8.9 seconds behind Lunacy. And a good aerial shot there. If they'd actually caught that, I don't actually know. Sure whether 720 was probably the way to go, but maybe 60 FPS might be something to do with it, possibly, I don't know, but this is one of the closest battles here as we have a look at the other Racing Point, chasing down the other Alfa Romeo, so Racing Point and Alfa Romeo are pretty close to each other. Artie Cheng's now joins the 3-second time penalty club. Majority of everybody looks like they're keeping with each other here. It's Putman Steve here, so he's continuing on for another lap here, so nobody's going for an undercut yet, potentially. It's a little bit wide there for Metz. And he's red Xing quite a bit. Power sight, 3-second time penalty. Smeg will want to be very, very cautious here. You obviously want to try and get back past the Alfa Romeo, but of course, to be very cautious. Like I mentioned, don't want to get any damage. Oh my word, that's a big red X there. And he's just like, okay, he's just randomly disappeared down to 12th there for a minute. So, wow, that's a big lag spike. Oh, wow, that's a Red Bull going way off the road there. There's a, oh, what is going on here? Wow, that's weird. We're still pushing on here as best we can. So somehow Metz is in P2 and MJJ's back in P3. And Smeggy's still hanging on in P4. Now Artie Changs is in this battle group, so this is one heck of a group here. We'll have to wait and see whether he's actually in the right spot or not. Johnny keeping close to the Ash, who's got past the Alfa Romeo. Lunacy closing in on power side as well. The Putman Steve will carry on. Lap 7 complete. There's the pit windows open. MJJ is coming in. And so Smeg as well. So they're probably trying to avoid Metz a little bit here, I reckon. So what are they going to go on? Hard tyres for MJJ. There's the Alfa Romeo of Johnny, I think that is. Smeg also... No, medium compounder tyres for Smeg. My apologies. Johnny, same medium compounder tyres. Lunacy in as well. So he must be doing a 2-stop, so he's put on another set of soft compounder tyres. Schooner Matata gets a 3-second time penalty. That's very close out of the pit lane. Johnny very close to the back there of WA Hardens. Smeg also closing into MJJ. Probably might want to take advantage of this. We're on very cold, hard compounder tyres. Mediums will have a lot more grip. For the move, there's not much overtake left for MJJ, so there goes Smeg up the inside. And he gets it done. So Smeg gets up in the 8th spot now. MJJ drops back to 9th. So he'll be struggling a little bit with those very cold, hard compounder tyres. WA Huddins and Johnny still going to battle here with this group. Ooh, that's a little bit sideways there. Side by side. Oh, that was not going to end well. That was definitely not going to end well there for WA Huddins. As more people enter the pit lane, Artie Cheng's in, Ash in for mediums, and Power Side's also in for another set of softs, so that'll be 2 stops, I would think. So possibly maybe a steward's inquiry later on. We'll wait and see. Try carry on as best I can here. Putman Steve still leading the way. A 2.9 second gap over very laggy Metz. And there's Lajado there in position 3. Schooner Matata there in position 4. And the first of the pit stoppers, that being Smeg, is in position 5. Sorry, just checking something here in a minute. Putma Steve. Lajado's in the pit lane now. That's to be for maybe a one stop. It's hard compounded tyres. Lunacy now sets the fastest lap of the race with 34.057. Again, I apologise for the little glitches along the way in the stream. It's not the best, I know. But lucky I've got the backup just in case. So only 2 cars still left the pit of the soft compounded tyre runners. They're being Putma Steve with 2.3 second gap over Metz there in second. Who literally disconnected right on the start sequence, pretty much nearly the start light sequence. Really good timing, wasn't it, for there? And then you got Schooner Matata there, probably doing the opposite strategy. We'll wait and see, as that looks like Metz coming into the pit lane. Don't go too deep. Can always get caught out there as he gets it slowed down. It's 80 Ks here at Austin, Texas. So let's see what Metz is going to do here. Is he going to pick mediums? Yes, by the look of it, it is. So away he goes. So might come out in a pretty decent spot here. Here comes Smeg coming down the front straight now. Here comes Metz just leaving the lane now. Can't even get an onboard shot here. This will be pretty close here with MJJ. Slots in very nicely here, actually. Up in a 4th spot there. And remember, he's got the freshest medium compounded tyres at this stage. Of course, Pump Stiff still yet to pit, so assume he'll be doing soft to medium at this point. 11.2 second gap over Schooner Matata. I'm not sure what strategy he's doing, but might be doing opposite, as that's Johnny who's had a little bit of a spin there. By the look of it, there was yellow flags. And yes, by the look of the damage on the front wing, that's a fair given there, so very unfortunate there for Johnny. As Artie Chengs has got past MJJ now for 5th spot. This just shows you, of course, what the medium compounded tyre can do to you. Because the hard compounded tyres, they probably won't come on yet. Oh, my word, that was a close moment there for Ash there in the background. As Pump Stiff now's in and puts on the mediums. Just ignore the Mercedes crew there. They're just leaving him. So there we go. There's the good camera angle. So here comes Pump Stiff. So he was close here with Metz. And he can't quite get an undercut. Can Metz here on the Mercedes. So this is good position here for Pump Stiff here. Put himself in a potentially good position here as Metz now gets a 3-second time penalty. Johnny, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And of course, that'll be for the front wing damage, of course. As he puts on a set of soft compounded tyres. If you are still watching, please do let me know. I again apologise for the little glitches along the way. like I said, I might have to rectify this a little bit come later on. As Ash gets past MJJ, so MJ's really struggling early on here at the moment. Of course, he'll come back into it a little bit later on once the hards come into their window a little bit here. So I have to keep an eye on the Red Bulls. He gets a bit of it sideways there coming out of the corner there. So keep an eye on the Red Bull driver. There's Lunacy trying to catch back up as best he can. Try and recover something from his pole position. And his little spin earlier on, whether that was contact with somebody or not, I don't know. Look at this battle. Smeg now, another 3-second time penalty. So it can be a track that catches you out big time here. Sorry, just checking if the stream was still going here. It might be, you might still hear me, but of course it might not be the same. It's sort of syncing up with the gaming audio. Here comes Pump with Steve. That's just too easy. Gets up in the second spot, which will be effectively the race lead once the Scooter Matata does pit, which is might be a few laps away here yet for Scooter Matata, so might have to try and hang it out as best he can. But fresh medium compounded tyres doing justice here for Pump with Steve, so he'll start to pull away here. Want to make sure he has a little bit of grip left up his sleeve for later on. Now Smeg will come under attack here from Metz there in the Alfa Romeo. A little bit of a lock up there for Smeg, because that was not a great run there for Metz, so that'll hinder his run here a little bit. And Smeg still within the DRS window, so that's not too bad. There's a little bit of a lock up there going into turn 1. Line through the S section we go. This is probably one of the few closest battles we've got here in the moment. MJJ just starting to drop away a little bit as well. WA Hutton's another 3-second time penalty. A gap starting to come down at the front. 2.6 seconds. Actually say that 2.4. It may, like I said, to and fro, depending on the corner, of course. Excuse me. Smeg keeping in that DRS window, so this is helping him keep well ahead of Metz, who actually nearly fell out of the DRS window in position 4 there. They've come under attack from Arnie Cheng's there in the AlphaTauri. A little bit sideways action coming out of that corner. Johnny, another 3-second time penalty, so his race is really going downhill at this point. So about the halfway point here is Scooter Matata starts lap 15, 1.7 seconds between Scooter Matata and Pump Steve. Of course, Scooter Matata still yet to pit. This battle's still hectic, isn't it, for third, well, you can still say second, third, fourth, and fifth. Lunacy now starting to close in here on 8th. Hello to George Morgan. Is that who I think it is? If it's the person I'm trying to think of, or if it's the person I'm thinking of, it's all hello. There goes. There's a change here for position. So Metz has got down the move done on Smeg. That literally came out of nowhere. Turn 11's not really known for a passing spot, but he got it done. So now Metz puts himself up into position 3, which will be second overall once the leader does pit, of course. This George Morgan, is this the CRG Geo, or formerly CRG Geo? I want to say it is. Might be jumping ahead of myself there a little bit. Well, anyway, we'll focus a bit more on the racing here. Again, I apologise for the little glitches along the way. It's not brilliant, I admit. It's still a work in progress, I'll say that. Thank God I got the recording, just in case something like this should occur. So now Pump Steve is in this window here. 0.6 of a second now. He's in the DRS on the front straight there. So it should not be too far away before Scooter Matata does pits. Although he'll be probably trying to stretch out these medium compounded tyres as best he can. How good's this camera shot of the helicopter flying through the S's? Let's just move out of the way. Have a look at this. This is what we need. We need a helicopter shot here, like a helicopter camera for the next game. Spec another 3 seconds. Oh, hello. Penalties galore coming. I think Artie Cheng's was another one, and these Smeg's teammate Ash has also joined the party as well. You see Pumper Steve trying to get past Scooter Matata as quickly as possible. Going to take the inside line here. Going to try and outbrake him here. I'm not really sure what the fight is all about. You're on different strategies. Also, Scooter Matata will drop back a little bit once he does pit. Big lock up here. Can't really do much around here. So this will allow this battle group to become nearly a three-way fight here. MJJ, another 3 second time penalty. We'll have to have a look at penalties a little bit later. So here we go. The final corner. I think Pup Mystique will try and get past the Renault as quickly as he can. Don't want to do too much weaving. Only do that once. Around the outside he goes. Where's that Renault? I can't see. There he is. He's trying his best to get past him. Using overtake button. Oh, this is not going to end well. Oh, that was not going to end well. The Scooter Matata and Pup Mystique come together, and it's allowed Mets to get through. So I dare say Pumper Steve's not going to be too happy about that one. I probably wouldn't be at that point in time. Especially when you're these guys on completely different strategies. Also, Scooter Matata, I don't know why he's really fighting too much here, considering he's still yet to pit. So, oh, very sideways there for Mets as he absolutely binned his chance for a run. So now Pumper Steve gets second spot back. What is happening? Oh, hello, there's a little bit of contact there with the Alfa Romeo. Where did he come from? Oh, that's close. This is literally a battle for the race lead here. As he manages to just hang on to the head of the Alfa Romeo. Only just, though. Here's Smeg's gone back into this battle as well. And Artie Cheng's as well. There's quite a few battles right, left, and centre here. Battle here, Power Sight and Lajano battling away. So they will have to pit. Lunacy has come in, obviously put on the mediums. As finally Scooter Matata comes into the pit lane. I dare say that'll be frowned upon a little bit, I would think. Smeg also into the pit lane, which seems okay, a bit weird. So you're going for another set of mediums. Okay, interesting. Not sure about that strategy there, Smeg. Probably could have stayed out there and that's a bit all over the shop there. Held on with these guys. If he really wanted to. Pretty sure that you can get the mediums to the end. Unless you had planned the two-stop originally. If he pops in back into 9th. Scooter Matata's in 6th. He's on fresh soft compounded tyres, but he's got quite a gap to catch back up to MJJ, who's on the hard compounded tyres. Smeg not mucking around here, gets past Lajano. He will get DRS. Trying to weave a little bit just to break the slipstream. He's closing into the back of Power Sight here very quickly. not quite close enough for a move. We'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, back to the front. Scap's starting to break out a little bit. Again, it'll be toing and froing a bit, depending on what the setup they've gone for. Start lap number 19 here at Austin, Texas. 0.6 of a second is the gap between between Pump Mystique and Metz. Actually just came down a little bit, although it's just gone out yet again. Hardy Cheng's there in position 3. Because at the moment, who's that power side just come into the pit lane? That'll be for the mediums, I would think. Let me just double check. Yep, mediums. We'll go quickly back. WA Hutton's another 3-second time penalty. He's battling away there with Johnny for 11th and 12th. Because pretty much if everybody does finish this race, everybody will be scoring points. So please, nobody retire. I beg. What else we got here? Back to the front here. It's still hanging on here. Hardy Chang's just dropped away a little bit. We'll be saving a little bit of ERS, I would think, for later on. Lunacy, I think, just got past, or battling, sorry, I should say, with Lahardo. Gets 8th position. Next up is Smeg. Gonna be a little bit sideways there. There's MJJ. Trying to use quite a lot of ERS here. .5 of a second, still separating these guys at the front between Pump Mystique and Metz. So this will be the fight, although once it's all sorted out, there we go. So there's the penalty situation currently. So at the moment, Pump Mystique would still win the race, even if Metz got away. Although Metz would have to get past the gap past 3 seconds. Jeez, I'm all over the shop today. Just like my net. Yeah, so if he needs to get past Pump Mystique and build a 3-second gap as quickly as he can, otherwise he won't be winning the United States Grand Prix. Hardy Chang's got 9, Ash got 3, MJJ 6, Scooter Matata 3, Smeg 9. So that doesn't bode well for him, considering Lunacy and Lahardo have got 0. Power Sight has got 3, WA Hutton's got 12 seconds, and Johnny 6 seconds. Excuse me. So these guys are just starting to break away a little bit here. Johnny, another 3-second time penalty. Where's my water bottle? Oh, that's a big moment there, actually. I say that. I just caught the back end of that just as I was getting my drink of water. And Metz has literally binned an opportunity for a chance. Ash is into the pit lane. So I'm really surprised at the amount of pit stops that are happening here. At the moment, onto the soft compounder tyres. There goes his teammate, so he might pop in just behind Lahardo for 9th. And he just. So he's still battling away with these guys later on. But now that margin's now gone out to 1.2 seconds with that big mistake coming out of the final corner there for Metz. So he won't get the DRS this time around. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. It was just me gargling in the throat a little bit. It's just hovering around the 1 second brackets. If you can just get back under the 1 second window, he'll be still in DRS range of Pump Mystique. But if it goes out any further, and he's in a bit of strife here. He's not quite in the DRS window this time around. As Artie Cheng's coming into the pit lane. So I'm very surprised here. A lot of these guys not confident in getting to the end on medium compounded tyres. So softs already for Artie Cheng's. There goes the Scooter Matata. Still got a fair way to catch up. 6 seconds to catch up to MJJ. It's Megan Lunacy. They're pretty close on track here. There's not much difference here. Only a 1 lap difference of tyres. There's not very much difference at all between these two. Only difference is, I'll say that, the penalty situation. Wrong one there we go. So Lunacy, I missed that somewhere. He's picked up his first 3-second time penalty. So Smeg's got to build up a 6-second gap to maintain 5th position. So Artie Cheng's gets another 3-second time penalty, so that gets him to 12. The results may differ, of course, with the penalties. At the moment, Pump Steve is in the right place at the right time here at the moment. Actually, just a quick check to see what he's on. Oh, he's on 2 warnings, so he can't afford another warning there. Does Pump Steve. Fly through the final penultimate corner. Just probably taking it nice and cautiously here. It's basically looking like a battle with these two for the race win. Like I mentioned before, Metz has got to get past and build a 3-second gap to get that victory. Otherwise, it'll be Pump Steve in the Mercedes. MJJ is currently on his own here in P3. Being chased slowly down by Skinner Matata. Of course, probably won't have too much soft tyre grip up his sleeve, so you want to be very, very cautious. You've got Lunacy there in P5. Now who's got past ahead of Smeg, so I missed that somewhere along the line. He's still doing his best to collect some points here, is Smeg in 6th. Artie Cheng's are in 7th. Of course, he'll be chasing him down as well on the fresh soft compounded tyre. So will Smeg's teammate Ash in 8th. So they're both on fresh soft compounded tyres. Lajano in 9th, pretty much on his own here, and pretty much the 2 Ferraris are pretty close to each other as they always are. Well, when I say that, they're on the display, not on the racetrack, obviously. But Lajano in 9th, WA Hutton's in the 10, then Power Sight in 11th, and Johnny still on his own here at the moment in a position 12. Yeah, I apologise, Jose. It's not the best, I'll admit. Again, this is only my first time doing this with OBS, so I might have to do some tests for Sunday potentially to get figured out a little bit more anyway. So again, I do apologise in advance. Okay, I've got the recording I mentioned before backed up just in case. Still just hanging around that 1 second window, isn't it, between Pump Steve and Metz. Ash gets a 3-second time penalty now, so you can see this battle here. Oh, careful, Artie. Flow it through here as we return 7. No, not 2, third 7. 7th place as he gets another 3-second time penalty, so this is hurting him quite a bit. That's up to 15 seconds worth of penalties. He's only 6 ahead of... Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Smeg, now the one. So he's now up to 12 seconds now. There goes the move. We thought about it. It might have been a bit close there with the other racing point of Ash. Here we go here. This might be a change of position. Although saying that, Smeg's just hanging on just. They've virtually got nothing in ERS terms. But Artie just might have enough here. Oh, that's a little bit close for comfort as he gives him a little bit of a nudge there. Not intentional, I would think, but I don't think Smeg would overly be too thrilled about that one. Now we come under attack from his teammate actually behind. Johnny, another 3-second time penalty, so he's up to 12 seconds. Right up at the back here of Ash. Oh, don't go there. Please do not go there. Whew, that could have been awkward there for the 2 racing points. I dare say Otmar Safenau would not be too thrilled about that one. Here we go. This should be easy done now, I would think. Here he comes up the inside. There's 7th spot there for Ash. I don't think Smeg will put up too much of a fight. Am I trying to switch back? No, not quite. Meanwhile, Artie Cheng's closing into Lunacy. And that gap at the front still teetering it in the 1 second window. But Metz has really got to make a move right now if he wants to win this race. He's just not quite there. You can see, look at the difference there of ERS. There's 20%, 20-odd% compared to basically nothing. So there is nothing between these two. There's MJJ still comfortable in P3. I was saying that gap's still coming down to a Schooner Matata. As Artie Cheng's has got past the other Renault, I should say, of Lunacy. So there you go, that's position 5 now for Artie Cheng's. Whether he stays here or not is another question. He needs to really bolt very quickly in these next few laps. Keep an eye out for that AlphaTauri. Ash is not too far behind here. So just looking at it, I think Smeg might come under a bit of attack, attack with penalties with Lahardo, because Lahardo's got 0 penalties at this stage, and Smeg's got 12 seconds, so Smeg could actually drop back to position 9 here. There'll still be some decent points overall, considering one of his nearest rivals, Chabosaurus Rex, is not racing. But I think his next rival might be Schooner Matata, if I'm mistaken. Ash has got past Lunacy. Lunacy has a bit of a moment there coming out of the the first corner, I should say. Let's get this back onto the tyres. So does Lunacy fight back here? What has he got left? Do the softs have enough grip left for later on? Still within that DRS window is Metz, but he's just still not there, is he? Trying absolutely everything he can here to try and get this move done, but he just can't. WA Hutton's another 3-second time penalty. So everybody's staying on track at the moment. So, like I mentioned before, everybody scores points. Top 15 in Race Spec score points. So seeing as only 12 runners, barring that nobody DNFs, will probably depend on if you've completed the whole 90% of the race, which you'll probably be about close. Let's go back to this battle here. Lunacy still onto the back of Ash here in the racing point. And Smeg's not too far behind. He's just dropped away a little bit, actually, as I said that. So you got the DRS. Has he got enough drive here? No, not quite. I think overtake probably is helping Ash out a little bit here. He's only just keeping just within there. Schooner Matata now under 1 second to MJJ in third, who's doing a pretty decent job all round. Probably got to save a little bit more ERS if I'm completely honest. MJJ, don't really want to be burning too much around here, considering pretty much he's been on his own majority of the race. It's a little bit wide there. Oh, that's a big moment coming out of turn 11. That might be just lag. That might have just been a lag moment there. Lovely. Power site, another 3-second time penalty. That might just be me overall. And doing the best that I can, so I might have to re-upload this race without the live stream side of things. But we're on the final lap here. Pump Steve still hanging on here, only just under a second, I should say. So at this rate, he'll still win the race. The Schooner Matata Gets by MJ. Yes, he does. So that's position 3 now for Scooter Matata. Not a bad recovery starting from 11th position. No doubt he would have wanted to have done this on the racetrack. There's Artie Chengzi. He's not too far behind. Again, penalties will probably be the limiting factor here. Just getting Smeg's nearly in the 12-second window, I think. So just getting out of the window for Lahardo. So he might just hang on for position 8. So Matt tries, but he can't do it. As MJJ's now got another 3-second time penalty. So Artie Cheng must have got for a move down there. Again, I apologise for what's been going on with the stream, but Putmer Steve has done a fantastic job this race. He comes around the final corner and his first full-time drive. He wins the United States Grand Prix. Well done to him. Metz pushed him literally all the way, but of course the penalty situation played a factor in that. So in the end, that gap is a little bit all over the shop, you could say the least. Scooter Matata will get position 3, so he'll hang on to the podium. Lunacy will get 4th. So that's a nice, good job there. Good recovery from the pole sitter. MJJ drops to 5th position there. Then it's Ash there in 6th. Artie Chengs with all the penalties went back to 7th. Smeg, in the end, just did enough there to hang on to Lahardo in position 9. As we await his teammate to come across the line to get 10th place. Whether he hangs on to 10th, we'll wait and see. Power Sight will get 10th place, actually, I still say that. So good recovery from him. WA Huddins will drop back to 11th, and Johnny, I think, will get 12th in the end. So, we got there in the end. That was a bit up and down a race, let's just say the least. So, again, I sincerely apologise with the stream. It might have been a bit all over the shop. So, I'm going to have to do some work on that one. Although saying that, I've got another stream in 15 minutes, so might have to wait a little bit longer, I'm afraid. So Scooter Matata, I think, was the one that got driver of the day, so well done to him. Probably deserved. So there is the podium positions. So a good drive there from the Mercedes driver, Putmer Stiff. Like I mentioned, he just literally got the full-time seat at Mercedes, I believe. So he wins the race with 0 penalties. Great job from him. And it's Metz there in position 2. Just ignore that there's no gamer tag there. Scooter Matata from 11th to 3rd. Obviously got the driver of the day in position 3. Good result for Renault there with Lunacy there in 4th. Good recovery after his pole positioning, having a little spin earlier on. MJJ finishes in 5th. Ash in 6th. Artie Cheng's in 7th. Smeggy in 8th in the end. So it's still some decent points, but probably wanted a little bit more, I would say, championship-wise. Lahardo, the other one driver, didn't get a penalty. This race in 9th. Power Sight rounds out your top 10. And just outside of WA Huddins. And Johnny rounding out your 12-car field. So hopefully that was certainly entertaining, to say the least. But keep an eye out, obviously, in the next 15 minutes or so. We'll be having, hopefully there'll be streams for Tier 1 and Tier 2 off the Pacific side of things. And I'll be back as well in about 15 minutes. Well, hopefully. We'll wait and see on that one. But I'll be back in 15 for another stream. I'll be doing Pacific Series Tier 4 in about 15. So tune into that one as always. And check out the Euro and the America streams as well. They'll be later on. Well, for the Euro guys, it'll be later on tonight, as well as the American guys. For us, obviously, Australians and New Zealanders will be tomorrow morning for the Euros, and tomorrow Ava, I think, for the American side of things. So keep an eye on that. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Race Spec YouTube channel as well. If you haven't already, let me just change the stream. There we go. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, as well as the Twitch channel. We do have a Twitch channel as well, so check that out as well. Yeah, go check out the social media links as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're down there in the description, hopefully. As well as if you want to come join the league, there's a Discord link in the description as well. So, again, I do apologize for the little glitches along the way. I think we're still having them even with the ending scene. But, yeah, I'll hopefully rectify them for next time out anyway. But, yeah, I'll be back in about under 15 minutes. So, yeah, until then, it is goodbye.